start this week's antlers off. Going to get a quick look, not a long look, but a quick look at a big wild 8-point that came through looking. He walked through pretty fast, walked down toward the lake where the 5 or 6 does and fawns have been. He's just walking and looking right now. He doesn't have a particular goal in mind. He's trying to find one. He's following his nose. And we got a very quick glimpse of him. I think he was right behind those trees right there. I thought he might turn and walk around toward the front. We could get a nice look at him. He's beautiful. Haven't seen that deer around the house here at all. You don't know, when I say that, it's probably a 2 or 3 year old deal. There he is right down there. There he is right there. Get just a little look at his antlers. Hoping that he gets a sniff of or sees the ryegrass in the front yard. We'll come over there and we can shoot him through the window. We walk out there, he'll skedaddle. But thought we was going to get a nice look at him. It didn't work out too well. Got just barely a look at him, but that's sort of the way it is right now. Yeah, there we go. There we go, get a look at him. And is he going to go toward the house, or is he got a little bit more of a, picked his pace up? So it's likely that he might got a sniff of a doe or seen one down there, or he might just be heading down to the lake to get a drink. That's very likely as well. He saw something to eat. I think Patsy might have put a little ryegrass over there, it looks like, too. And he's not going to come out to the, between the house and the lake, to the lake yard, I guess we call that. I guess we got a driveway yard and a lake yard because we've never been able to figure out what the front yard is and the backyard here. Is the front yard the lake, or is the front yard where we drive the cars up to? I don't know. Doesn't really matter whether it's front or back. I'd like to get a little closer look at him if we can, because he's really pretty. I got a better look at him earlier, but he was, they don't spend too much time in one place during the rut. They walk a lot. That's why the bucks lose weight. There's so many acorns right now. He's acting like he might come. It's kind of the way it is deer hunting right here. You just kind of watch a deer through the woods and get a glimpse of them every now and then. But he kind of looks like he might come in the yard. Or he might be going to just go down and get him a drink out of the lake. Get little groceries this morning at the same time. He's a pretty boy. He's a pretty boy. Nice, big, beautiful 8-point. Not as big as some of the deer that hang around the house. But young, probably second horns maybe. Here is some more antlers here this morning around the feeder. And I don't know really exactly who it is. This guy here is not one of our house deer that we've watched get antlers from day one. And he was up here with a doe, not wild child. We haven't seen wild child since yesterday morning when the big buck had her pinned down over there. And she was gone later, so we were concerned about her being injured. I might take a look at that deer way out there. Looks like a pretty good-sized deer, though. I think it might be a buck. That might be one of our house deer there. We'll try to get a little bit better look at that guy if we can. About to run out of zoom. I think that is Fat Boy. I believe that is Fat Boy. I haven't seen Fat Boy, but that sure looks like him. Look how big his neck is. My goodness. Their neck, of course, swells up. He might simply be here. He might simply be here because of that doe. He's here because of South Fresh Deer Food and Texas Hunter feeder as well. No doubt about that. I bet the doe might have him here also, but I believe that's who that is. I believe that is Fat Boy. Fat Boy is totally wild deer, has no tag. Well, he's scarfing up on that rye out there. Probably should have planted more rye, because it's certainly done well. I made 2 or 3 sacks instead of 1. So doggone high. It seemed like it was like $70 or $80 for that sack. The freight has got so expensive on everything because of our administration's high gas prices. It's about to break us all. Hopefully we can get back to the gasoline $2 a gallon. Another year or so. Another year before we have another election. We'll see what happens. You either probably go back to the $2 or go up to $5, depending on who gets elected. There's 2 deer way over there. I want to see Wild Child. That's the girl I'm looking for this morning. I'm worried about her. Want to see Wild Child. That buck is not going to... Fat Boy's going to hang around. Yes, he is. I don't blame him. Free groceries and girls. What more does a man want? Oh my gosh, baby, look at that. Big bull. He was laying down. He just got up.
Look at that unicorn.
Man. We got a unicorn over here on the other side. Look at that big boy. The tips of his antlers shining there. Isn't that something? We got a smaller buck right there, pretty close. And another buck, a unicorn, Sherry's calling him, right there. It's only got one little spike sticking up. This guy right here is pretty nice. He's going to really get nice in the next year or so. Oh, yeah. He's moving them around a little bit. He's herding them.
There's another one. Another buck. A bull.
Another smaller bull over there.
He's not tiny.
No, he's not. He's pretty good size. That guy's got his hand full, just not only corralling the women, but got his hands full with all the other elk. Hey, big boy. Hey, big boy. Look at that. He's wide, too. He not only has a lot of points, he's wide. Yeah, buddy.
Oh, you think about fight?
He might. He's gonna go just run him off. They're past the fighting stages. That other one already knows that I better not mess with that big boy. Not only has he got a big set of weapons on his head, he's got a lot of weight underneath him, too. This little 8-point buck here is on a county road in between our ranch and the ranch across the road, John's ranch, and there's a doe, obviously a hot doe, through that fence on the other side of the fence. I got a glimpse of her a time or two. Look at him courting her there, scraping a little bit. He's 20 yards in front of the truck. Beautiful little 6-point, no brow tines. Well, I'm gonna say, look at him. Look at him gonna make a scrape there. And the doe is just the other side of that fence. I've got a glimpse of her a time or two through there. It's amazing. If you're going up there just a little ways, he can go through our gate, but he'll be on the wrong side. He's wanting that doe now. And that's just how silly they are in the rut. He's kind of courting, so he stick his tongue out there and lick his chomps. But there's a high fence in between you and her, guy. Beautiful buck with those black tarsal glands. Got a little bit of a brown tine there on one side. He's gonna walk right back here to my truck. He's walking back to her because she's right on that other side. She's right
To give
in
a guy
there.
some privacy.
You might charge the truck. Look at him. He might charge the truck. We're only a few hundred yards from our gate, and if he goes down there, I can open the gate with the electric gate opener, and he might go in. The problem is that you got poachers running around in the middle of the night. They'd have killed that deer a long time ago. Out here in between two fences like this. We've been following him for quite a while.
30 minutes.
And he's, see that grass moving on the other side? That's that deer over there moving it. And he's really tried to get in through the high fence several times. Could have jumped across on the other side of the road and never jumped across. Had opportunities to do that and just never did. But he's really determined that we're not going to hurt him. And of course we're not. And he's courting there. He's trying to make a scrape on the ground. And look at him, look at that. Gonna make you a scrape right? Oh, she must have moved there, and he really got excited. Look at him. You gotta get off this county road, guy. I just don't want you out here on this county road. I think it would be a very bad thing for you to be on the county road.
This is so cool.
Isn't it? It is cool, isn't it? It's saying, come on over here, girl. She just might, because she's sure not doing anything. Oh, he looked like he kind of snorted at us there, didn't he? Oh, look at that. Isn't that something? He's courting, making a scrape there on the ground. Look at there, he's making a scrape. He's gonna pee on it, pee down his legs. Not doing all the moves. This is something people don't see very often, I promise you that. He's doing all the moves.
For nothing.
Yeah, because he can't get to her. You're a lot better off going up that hill and going through that gate. We got lots of girls in there. And we got some boys that's a lot bigger than you, too. Look at that, making that scrape. Is that cool or is that cool? Marking his spot for her. He's a pretty rascal. God, look how pretty that deer is. Goodness. Goodness, goodness, goodness. He's not leaving. It's just not bothering him. This car's here a bit. Look at him.
It'd be funny if Jay come out here with a shotgun after us because he's seen the lights out here.
Yeah, he can't see the lights out from down here.
Let's get up on that hill and watch for poachers.
Yeah, we're not poachers. I'd like to be able to save his life if he'd move on up the hill and go through the gate. He'd be perfectly safe.
You still see that? Oh, there it is.
Isn't that something? That little buck is saying, "You don't scare me." Look at the little buck over here. It wasn't a doe at all. It wasn't a doe. It's that little buck right there. Look at him. A little forked horn buck. He's running down the fence as this guy here is running in front of us. We're not very far from our gate up here. When he gets in that gate, he'll be safe. This area is kind of notorious for, look here at this. Look at this. Look at this. This area is pretty notorious for that's how Prince Charming broke his horn fighting through the fence. This area is pretty notorious for poachers and night hunters. And this is, look
Wow.
at that. Look at that. Oh my gosh, look at that. Isn't that something? That is so cool. I'm gonna make another scrape. Y'all can't fight each other.
You're gonna start come barreling through here.
Fence.
leave either, does he?
How funny. How funny. Right.